Welcome, it's Nom, and welcome to this bloodbath of a crypto update. Now, like I told you in the last video, even though fundamentally Bitcoin looks strong, it did not look as good as I had hoped. And I told you guys that there's a lot of liquidation levels all the way down to $95,000 or $98,000. We went ahead and went right above 98K or $98,700 here. And then we are currently having a bounce. I'm seeing a lot of buyers are now jumping in on Bitcoin, but there's still a few liquidation levels to be met. So there may be a chance that we still go to the downside, but it seems like this move here is almost about to end. So in this video, we will not as much look at the news as we are looking at the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis to determine where the price of Bitcoin will go next. Because to be honest, there's not a lot of news that are happening over at crypto, other than we are seeing the Chinese AI narrative pushing, which is the DeepSeek AI. I don't know much about it. I just saw people are mentioning it. Some people are saying that that is the cause of this crash here, but honestly, that's not the cause of the crash. Whales are the cause of the crash. So let's actually just dig into the data here. So first off, we look at the RSI. You can see on the 1 hour chart, this is massively in the oversold territory. So this is an unprecedented dip on the Bitcoin price, just massive overextension here on the RSI. And when we take a look at cumulative delta volume, you can see that this is all market sell orders here. And that means that retail investors are getting liquidated like mad during this time here. And when we compare the cumulative delta volume here, for example, to this dip here, you can see that we are seeing much more selling right now than we saw during this dip here, which usually means that retail investors are getting completely wiped out. And this is actually a bullish signal, even if you don't believe me, but this is a bullish signal as well. So anyway, this is the short analysis of that, but we are still in the long-term uptrend here. So we are above this trend line breakout levels, and we still have like Bitcoin can go to 97K, or even if we go to the upside here for a little bit, we go and tag that 95K briefly and come back above the trend line. That's all completely fine still. So we still have room to grow to the downside, but this seems like the most violent move of this downtrend is now behind us. Now let's actually head over to the ETF data. So on Friday, we saw $500 million of ETF inflows. So this is massive buying that we saw here. Also, when we head over to sentiment, which is the tool which I use to look under the hood of Bitcoin, we are seeing people are taking their Bitcoin out of exchanges. So the exchange supply is going to the downside here, which is fundamentally again bullish for Bitcoin. When we take a look at funding rates, you see a massive overextension of the funding rates to the negative side, which means that this was a massive liquidation event as well. So again, this is just an unprecedented move to the downside. And then also after, or almost a little bit before Donald Trump took office, we started to see massive stablecoin mints happening all over the stablecoin market. Over the weekend, we did not see any stablecoin mints, but overall this trend is to the upside, which is bullish for the markets. So even though some people, retail investors mostly, are throwing in the towel, I'm just telling you that the fundamentals look very strong. Then when we take a look at old wallets that have held Bitcoin, we saw this spike here on January 23rd, just massive moving of Bitcoin of old wallets. But over the weekend here, January 24th, which was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're not seeing any sell activity on chain by old wallets that even have held Bitcoin for more than 90 days, which are just young wallets. So almost nobody currently is selling Bitcoin. So all of this is basically exchanges exchange whales just manipulating the market for the final push to the downside, and I do believe we are headed to the upside after this capitulation here. So all in all, that's basically the fundamentals there. Now let's head over to coinglass.com. And here, when we take a look at the order book liquidity delta chart, this shows us how many more limit buy orders there are, or how many more limit sell orders there are within a 1% price move of the current price action. So whenever you see a lot of red here, that means that a lot of sell limit orders are nearby the current price level. And when you see a lot of green, that means there's a lot of limit buy orders nearby the price level. And as you can see, from basically $102,000, we started to see massive amounts of buying, and that is still the case. So there's massive buying going on, even this capitulation event is going on. So I do believe that whales are now entering into these positions with these limit orders, and the trend will continue to the upside very soon. But now let's head over to for the one final thing here before we go back to the chart. We'll take a look at the liquidation heap map chart here, and this is the wrong one. I wanted to take a look at this one, so let's open that one. Let's take model 2. This is the one that I use. Let's select 2-week time frame here. So this chart here tells us at which price levels people will get liquidated at with their long positions and their short positions. And as you can see, this is what I showed you in the previous update, that we do see a lot of liquidations all the way down to like 98K, which we pretty much have tagged on some exchanges, but we still have liquidation levels below the current price point all the way down to like 95K. And after 95K, you can see that these liquidations basically wither away. So 95K based on this data here is still a possibility, but because of all the buying and honestly not a lot of selling on chain, I do expect that any price level that we currently see is basically the bottom, but I'm just saying that 95K is basically the, or even actually even 94K currently looks quite juicy here. So maybe that is the final extension of the price move. But practically speaking, any price level above this price here still means that we're technically in a bull trend. So let me zoom out a little bit. So we were in this kind of like a downward trend here for a while. So now we just need to make a higher low anywhere. Where is it? 94K? Is it 98K? Who knows? But wherever we have that higher low, that is probably gonna be a start of a bull. Of the continuation to the upside. Now, anything can obviously happen. Maybe people just get ultra bearish for whatever reason, and the market's just completely tanked because a lot of the excitement is currently, unfortunately, being taken out of the markets because United States has not started to buy Bitcoin, which I had hoped they would. But right now, Bitcoin still looks very strong to me. We are in above this trend line here completely, no worry at all. Or maybe we could, no, it doesn't, maybe it makes sense if you do it like this. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, 95K, 94K, maybe that could be the absolute low here. But even now, technically speaking, this would be the perfect time to bounce from this trend line, just like a technical perfection if we have a bounce at 98K from here. But who knows, maybe we will just have a little bit of a breather and we have that one final push to the downside and then we move to the upside. But all in all, I'm just saying that now is a better time to actually get into positions than we had up here. So that's pretty much my update for today. Now, if you want to get started with trading, you want to long Bitcoin, you want to short Bitcoin, you want to buy spot, you want to do copy trading, all these things, Bybit.com is the sponsor of this channel, and there's a 500 USDT position airdrop campaign with Bybit if you sign up using my affiliate link, which is in the pinned comment below. So if you like this content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, consider joining us over at the Discord, which is a free group for everyone who want to talk about altcoins and trading and anything. I will see you there. I will see you on the next video. Thanks and bye bye.